comes! Shut! Convergence! Piercing blood!
Did he wound it? So he was holding back when he fought me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Sensen Senpai New. Last episode, the battle against Hanami reached a critical point as Yuji Itadori and Aoi Todo fought side by side with incredible coordination. Yuji even started landing multiple Black Flash attacks, pushing his abilities to a whole new level. Despite that, Hanami's durability and regeneration still made it extremely hard to finish the fight. At the same time, the curtain continued blocking Satoru Gojo, keeping the students trapped in danger. Now heading into this episode, I'm expecting Yuji and Todo to keep pressing forward, maybe aiming for a decisive blow against Hanami. But I also feel like Gojo is about to break through, and once he enters the battlefield, everything could change instantly.
Hurry! Those wounds will heal quickly! Inumaki will stop it. We'll attack, and then we'll get away from it. Then we'll repeat that as we try to get outside this veil, and rejoin the principal and the others. But there's no telling when this current balance will fall apart. His cursed speech doesn't seem to be very effective, and we're not getting a chance to contact the teachers. If it figures out how to deal with his cursed speech, we're finished. Hurry! We still don't know what this cursed spirit's after. It's possible the principal and the sorcerers stationed at Jujutsu Tech haven't taken any action yet. I'd like to join up with Todo, or at the very least, Miwa, but...
Inumaki will stop it for you.
Attack it now! He's the one hitting his limit first?
How are you doing, Kamo? Still alive? Inumaki wasn't even using powerful words, but it still destroyed his throat. This thing's just that much stronger. Mustard leaf. Don't, Inumaki. It's way too strong.
The creature kept charging at them without slowing down, relentlessly swinging as it closed the distance. Toge Inumaki stepped in and used his cursed speech to block its attack, forcing the monster to halt for a moment. At the same time, Noritoshi Kamo launched his own technique and managed to injure it. That moment caught Megumi Fushiguro off guard, because he had been convinced that Noritoshi hadn't taken their earlier fight seriously. Now, seeing him fight like this made Megumi reassess everything. Even so, there was no time to dwell on it. The group immediately turned and kept running. Noritoshi placed a great deal of trust in Toge's cursed speech, believing it was the only ability they currently had that could truly restrain the monster. But Toge was clearly weakening. His voice, his strength, everything was fading fast. Noritoshi could only hope that they would run into someone, anyone, maybe even Satoru Gojo, or at least Miguel Odual. Megumi quickly formed a plan. If Toge could hold the creature in place for even a moment, then he could land a decisive hit. Acting on that thought, he summoned Divine Dog to attack, but the creature reacted instantly. It pierced straight through the Shikigami, destroying it in a single brutal motion. Toge, already at his limit, could barely stand. Meanwhile, Noritoshi was struck hard and sent flying, completely overwhelmed by the force of the attack. Megumi's expression tightened. This thing, it was far stronger than anything they had expected. Toge still hadn't even used the more powerful commands that would completely destroy his throat. And yet, despite that, he forced himself forward again. Step by step, he approached the monster, gathering what little strength he had left. Then, with one final command, he unleashed everything and blasted the creature away. The effort pushed him far beyond his limits, and his body finally gave out. Right then, Maki Zenin appeared. Without hesitation, she grabbed Miwa's sword and slashed at the creature. But the attack barely fazed it. Megumi followed up, drawing his own blade and striking as well. As he observed it more closely, he noticed something. Its weakness was the branch-like growth near it.
Blast away!
You can't hope to cut me with that dull blade.
Its eye trees are more fragile than the rest of it.
Now that sword isn't so bad.
I have something even better. Though I have to say, using this one feels disgusting.
Cursed tools are weapons imbued with curses. Based on their force and their effects, they're divided into grades 1 through 4, just like sorcerers. The higher a cursed tool's grade, the greater the advantage it provides its user in Jujutsu combat.
Megumi, you'd better not lose that.
Don't worry, I won't.
It's probably worth 5 billion if you sold it.
Huh?
Special grade cursed tool, Playful Cloud!
Indeed, that is a good weapon.
Demon Dog. With the exception of my expanded technique, bottomless well. If any of my 10 Shikigami are completely destroyed, I can never manifest them again. However, all of the power and techniques of each of the destroyed Shikigami are passed on to the others. Totality!
It learns fast. It's trying to take off my wounded arm first. The sorcerer boys in the forest. The boy's sword.
Okay.
Its eye. Without wasting time, Megumi reached into his shadow and pulled out a weapon, Playful Cloud. He tossed it to Maki. This cursed tool was no ordinary weapon. Like sorcerers, cursed tools were ranked by grade, and Playful Cloud stood at the special grade level, immensely powerful and incredibly valuable. Maki gripped it and charged in. With a powerful swing, she struck the creature and sent it flying far into the distance. At the same time, Megumi reflected on his Shikigami. Unlike fused Shikigami like the Winged Toad, which combined traits, the 10 original Shikigami of the 10 Shadows technique would not return once destroyed. However, their power would not simply vanish, it would be inherited. And that power had now passed on. A new divine dog emerged, stronger than before. It lunged forward, its claws tearing into the creature and severing one of its arms. Maki rushed in again, this time using Megumi's sword to slash. In that same opening, Megumi charged forward and struck the creature with Playful Cloud. The two of them moved in sync, exchanging weapons mid-battle, their coordination becoming seamless. Together, they unleashed a final, decisive strike. For a moment, it seemed like the fight was over. But suddenly, something sprouted from Megumi's body, a small plant-like growth. At the same time, Maki was caught off guard and struck by the creature, leaving her injured. The growth on Megumi was dangerous. If he used his technique, it would dig deeper into his body. Even so, Maki refused to give up. She charged again, determined to finish it, but the creature caught her completely. Megumi clenched his teeth. He was ready to risk everything, to use the last of his strength to save her. And then, out of nowhere, Yuji Itadori and Aoi Todo dropped down from above like two unstoppable forces. They told Megumi and the others to leave. This fight, they would handle it. Megumi hesitated. He knew just how powerful this creature was, far beyond what they had imagined. But when he looked at Yuji's determined expression, something shifted inside him. He chose to trust his teammate. Still, before leaving, he
Don't ever let me use that three-piece staff again. It's too hard.
You get used to Megumi!
Maki! Damn it. All because I screwed up.
My strike was aimed for your heart. What a wonderful reaction. Jujutsu sorcerers are so extraordinarily compassionate. As a result, an opening is always created when their ally is injured.
Was it destroyed? No. Megumi released the technique.
You shouldn't use cursed techniques anymore. The bud embedded in you now loves cursed energy. So the more you use techniques, the deeper its roots will extend into your body.
What good's the warning? If you're just gonna kill us anyway.
Apparently it works faster when I explain it. You move well. But you're missing the edge you had earlier.
I have to wring out that cursed energy. Even if it rips my stomach open. I'm not like everyone else. I choose who I protect. I shoulder the least responsibility. Therefore, I am simply not allowed to fall before anyone else.
Megumi, stop! We did it. Our job here is done. It's time to tag out.
All right, friend. You good to go? Yeah.
So heavy. I can't believe these two got beaten this badly. Come on, Toto. We need you. Your strength is the one thing you've got going for you.
Forget it, Itadori. You may think you can handle that thing, but...
He made it clear, if Yuji died again, he would personally kill him. With that, the others were carried away to safety. Meanwhile, Todo made a bold decision. He would let Yuji fight alone, at least until Yuji could use Black Flash. If he failed, Todo was fully prepared to stand there and watch him die. After confirming that the plant-like creature was working with the scar-faced mastermind, Yuji's anger flared. He rushed in and attacked with everything he had, trying desperately to land a Black Flash. But every attempt failed. Again and again, Todo stepped in and slapped him hard. He explained that while in Gear was indeed a source of cursed energy, it had two sides. The rage Yuji had just shown was excessive, uncontrolled. He needed to restrain it. He needed focus. Those words hit Yuji deeply. Slowly, he calmed himself. His breathing steadied. His mind sharpened. Then he charged again. This time, everything aligned. His timing, his energy, his focus, and finally, he landed it. Black Flash. The impact distorted space itself, striking the creature with power far beyond a normal attack. Even the monster acknowledged Yuji's strength. Though it could regenerate its body, its cursed energy was being drained rapidly. Black Flash wasn't just a technique, it was a threshold. Those who had experienced it stood on a completely different level from those who hadn't. And now, Todo stepped forward. From this moment on, he would fight alongside his brother. Sensing their strength, the creature finally became serious. It tore away the covering on its left arm and unleashed a mass of enormous roots, forcing both Yuji and Todo into a difficult battle. Todo quickly analyzed the situation. The creature's attack range had increased, but in exchange, its speed and raw power had decreased. Seeing that, the two of them rushed in, ready to crush it head-on. But suddenly, the roots vanished. Both of them dropped instantly, caught off guard. The creature seized the opportunity and attacked, but in a split-second reaction, Yuji and Todo kicked off each other's legs, altering their trajectory and narrowly avoiding the strike. At that moment,
Panda, I'm right here. Take these two and get them out of the veil. According to the report from Nishimiya, this is an anti-Gojo veil, so the rest of us can come and go without any issues.
Wait, not even you,
Kishiguro. It's okay. It's okay.
Looks like you've realized it. Those who are growing wings are forever untouchable by the rest of us. And that's exactly where Itadori is standing now.
You die again and I'll kill you myself.
Come on now, let's go. Panda!
Well, alright then. I guess I'd better not die.
I'm not gonna lift a finger to help you. You know that, right, Itadori? Not until you land a Black Flash. If you can't land a Black Flash, then I'll just watch you die. No matter what happens to you. Got that?
Yes!
Sukuma's vessel. And who is that man? He has a certain presence. But the amount of curse energy he possesses is most definitely less than mine. However, he has that mysterious brazenness. He must have quite the technique, since I can't move freely before him. So, what is this Black Flash, and how will they attack?
You can talk? That's interesting. In that case, there's something I want to ask you.
Are you connected with a humanoid cursed spirit with a patchwork face?
And if I say that I am... He didn't carelessly close the distance. I commend him for that. He's fast, and he has more explosive power than that girl earlier. However, its intensity is poor.
I have a wide open shot. It's letting its guard down because I held back. I can land it now. Black Flash!
Damn it!
My friend. Anger is a trigger for sorcerers, and it can work for you both ways. A sorcerer can be taken down in a fight, simply because he accidentally enraged his foe. And the opposite is also true. Sometimes they lose because their own anger disrupts their cursed energy to the point they can't exercise their abilities.
the creature felt something strange. A sense of excitement, a thrill it had never experienced before. It remembered the words of its scar-faced ally: no matter its purpose, it should enjoy the fight. And now, it finally understood. All three of them clashed again on the ground, the battle growing more intense with every exchange. The creature was no longer just fighting, it was enjoying it. Meanwhile, Todo realized something. The time had come. It was finally the right moment for him to use his technique. In that instant, Aoi Todo made his move. He brought his hands together and clapped once, activating his technique, Boogie Woogie. The moment the sound echoed, the positions of him and Yuji Itadori shifted instantly. It wasn't just movement, it was disorienting, unpredictable, almost impossible to follow. The creature reacted, but it was already too late. Yuji had appeared right in front of it and drove a punch straight into its body. Before the creature could counterattack, Todo clapped again. In a flash, Yuji's position changed once more, And this time Todo himself appeared behind the enemy, swinging his fist down with crushing force. The rhythm of their coordination began to form almost immediately. There was no hesitation, no wasted motion. It felt as if they had fought together for years, even though this was their first time truly syncing like this. The creature tried to adapt. Its roots burst from the ground again, spreading in all directions to create distance and control the battlefield. But Todo's technique kept breaking that control. Every clap rewrote the positions of the fighters. Every swap created a new angle of attack. The creature couldn't lock onto a target for more than a second. Yuji pressed forward, his focus sharper than ever. The sensation of black flash still lingered in his body, like a door that had just been opened. He chased that feeling, trying to replicate it. His punches became faster, more precise, each one carrying more weight than the last. Even when he didn't land another black flash, the difference in his attacks was obvious. At the same time, Todo observed everything. His eyes followed not just the creature, but Yuji as well. He adjusted his claps carefully.
Your friend has gotten hurt. And what's even worse than that, they've rained on your honeymoon with me, your new best friend. So take it from me, I can absolutely understand why you're boiling with rage. But all that rage is too much for you, so put it away for now.
Are they fighting each other?
So how do you feel? You clear-headed now?
Yeah, no stray thoughts left. Thank you for that. My new best friend!
Black Flash. It's a distortion of space, born from the impact of cursed energy delivered within a trillionth of a second of a blow. It delivers 2.5 times the force of a normal strike. There are no sorcerers who can consistently use Black Flash. However, between those who have experienced Black Flash and those who have not, their distance from the core of cursed energy is like the distance of heaven from earth.
What tremendous concentration.
The instant cursed energy makes impact within that trillionth of a second of a blow. Space is distorted, and cursed energy flashes black. Black Flash! He's done it. He's done it.
Black Flash? So I did that? What is this? This is my cursed energy I'm sensing, isn't it?
Now you understand the taste of cursed energy.
Huh?
Up until now, you've just been taking an ingredient that you've never tasted before and throwing it into a pot and boiling it, without understanding why. But now, after experiencing Black Flash, you understand the taste of your ingredient, your cursed energy. You stand on a completely different level as a chef than you did just 3 seconds ago. So congratulations, brother. Now, you can become truly strong.
I had been told that
timing them to maximize Yuji's openings. It wasn't random, it was calculated, almost surgical. And underneath it all, there was a strange sense of pride. Todo wasn't just fighting, he was guiding Yuji, pushing him forward. The creature began to feel the pressure. Its movements grew more erratic as it tried to predict the swaps. It lashed out wildly, sending roots crashing down, tearing through the ground, attempting to overwhelm them through sheer volume. But that only made it more vulnerable. Each attack left brief openings, and Yuji didn't miss them. He dashed in again, his fists slamming into the creature's body again and again. Each impact chipped away at it. Each strike drained more of its cursed energy. The creature regenerated, but slower now. not as effortlessly as before. Then Todo clapped again. This time, the switch placed Yuji directly above the creature. Without hesitation, Yuji drove his fist downward. For a split second, everything aligned again, the timing, the energy, the focus. Black flash. The impact twisted space itself, the force exploding outward as it connected. The creature's body bent under the blow, and for the first time, its reaction wasn't just resistance, it was damage it couldn't fully ignore. There was a brief pause, almost like the battlefield itself had taken a breath. But the fight wasn't over. The creature let out a distorted roar and forced its body to regenerate again. Its cursed energy surged, unstable but still dangerous. It began to change its approach, pulling back its roots and focusing its power into more direct attacks. Its movements became sharper, more desperate. Todo noticed immediately. The balance of the fight was shifting again. He clapped once more, repositioning both himself and Yuji to avoid a sudden strike. The creature's attack tore through the space where they had just been standing, leaving behind a deep scar in the ground. The force of it made it clear, if that had landed cleanly, it wouldn't have been something they could just shrug off. Yuji exhaled slowly. He could feel the strain building in his body. Using Black Flash wasn't something he could do freely yet. Each successful hit demanded.
Luna's vessel was immature as a sorcerer. But he and this mysterious man, something about them is different from the other masses.
It can heal?
A cursed spirit is made up of cursed energy. Therefore, unlike us, they don't need advanced reverse curse techniques to heal their bodies. An injury like that would mean very little to a special grade. But there's no doubt that it shaves away their cursed energy, and if you crush their head, it's game, set, and match. Now, what do you say you and I get cooking?
It would seem that perhaps I should take you two somewhat seriously.
That's a wide-ranging attack!
Don't falter. Wide-range attacks have less speed and force.
That hit hard. Their blows aren't as bad as that flashy black one before, but each one possesses enough force that if they continue steadily, they'll damage me.
Toto! Let's coordinate our timing better!
Yeah.
Our footing!
I messed up. I thought it was passing cursed energy through real objects in order to manipulate that much mass. But it's all the embodiment, the manifestation of its cursed energy. That's a special grade for you.
Learn how great the land is.
Attacking while we fall? That's brutal. However, brother!
They dodged that. But what is this? This strange feeling.
You know, Hanami, you should really be more honest.
I don't believe I'm faking anything.
I don't mean to call you a liar. I know why you're fighting. But it's the process. You should enjoy the battles, the present, much more than you do.
Do you enjoy them, Mahito?
Well, yeah. Although, it was only recently that the joy and pleasure I feel in battle became my main motivation. Before I knew it, I began tricking, deceiving, and murdering, and then suddenly I felt fulfilled. I think just as humans eat, sleep, and screw,
At absolute precision, and maintaining that level of focus was exhausting. But at the same time, there was something else growing inside him, a sense of clarity, of understanding. Todo glanced at him for a moment and gave a small nod, as if acknowledging that change. There was no need for words. The creature charged again. This time, it abandoned any attempt at controlling the battlefield and went straight for them. Its arm extended, twisting unnaturally as it aimed for Yuji. But before it could reach him, Todo clapped again, swapping Yuji out of danger and placing himself in the line of attack instead. He didn't dodge. Instead, he met it head-on. The impact echoed as Todo blocked and redirected the strike, his strength holding firm. In that opening, Yuji reappeared at the creature's flank and drove another punch into its side. The coordination was seamless. Each movement flowed into the next without pause. The creature staggered slightly. It was small, almost unnoticeable, but it was there. And that was enough. Todo clapped again, faster this time. The tempo of the fight increased. The swaps came in rapid succession, disorienting the creature completely. Yuji attacked from one angle, then another, each strike landing before the creature could fully react. It tried to counter, but its timing was off. It tried to predict, but there was no pattern it could follow. For the first time, the creature was being overwhelmed. Still, it didn't break. Instead, that strange excitement inside it grew even stronger. The thrill of the fight, the unpredictability, the danger, it embraced all of it. Its attacks became more aggressive, more reckless, as if it had decided that winning wasn't the only thing that mattered anymore. Todo recognized that shift. A faint smile appeared on his face. This wasn't just a battle anymore. It was a clash of instincts, of growth, of raw will. Yuji clenched his fists again, stepping forward without hesitation. He didn't wait for the perfect moment this time. He moved, trusting his body, trusting the flow he had found. Todo clapped. Yuji vanished, and reappeared right in front of the creature. His fist pulled back. The next instant would decide everything.
These things are a curse's instincts. As cursed spirits, we may have gained the power of reason, but that still doesn't justify going against our instincts. For everyone, the soul is a blend of instinct and reason. So as a result, no one can say anything about an individual's ratio. But your soul is a little constrained, isn't it? You, Hanami. In actuality, you're much stronger, aren't you?
Todo! I'm just fine.
Just expected a ton of cursed energy.
So now's our chance to strike, you monster!
Mahito. Right now. I'm enjoying a fight. I'm enjoying a fight, Mahito.
Are you good to go, brother?
Yeah, you bet.
That's excellent. Me too. Then it's time to unleash my technique. You stroll. Coat rack. Gonna make a new coat rack and it's gonna be so nice.
Huh? Hey! What would Gojo end up looking like if you do him?
Definitely a standing rack. I'd use his hip girdle with the sacral bone and the coccyx as the base for the stand. Then, I'd rework his femurs and use them to stabilize it. I'd use his spine's lumbar and thoracic vertebrae all the way up to the third cervical vertebrae. And to give it height, hey, ancient camphor wood would be good. I'd use that to make replicas of the vertebrae and then alternate them with the bones to accentuate the height. Then I'd extend the spinous process and complete the transverse process based on the overall balance to create the hangers. I do that by grafting on more ancient camphor. Depending on the coloring, it might be nice to cover the skull with a tanned hide. Nice, right? So very nice. Yeah, this one could be my best coat rack ever.
Or junk.
Alright, that is for today's lesson. Thank you so much for spending your time with me here on Sunset Smile. I truly appreciate every single one of you who watches, like, and support the channel. It really means a lot of and give me motivation to create content like this. So, if you enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming reactions. Your support help me help the channel grow and bring more amazing content in the future. Let me know your true theory or what you want me to react to, like in the comment below. I would love to hear from you. Take care, stay awesome, and I will see you in the next video with more exciting reaction coming on your way. Peace, bye bye.